Hello everyone, praise the Lord. Welcome to our very first class. So this class is majorly going to focus on content marketing. Now, I know most of us signed up for video content, graphics content, written content, which is more of the blogging, then audio content, which is more of the podcast, and then social media generally. Yeah, but before you dive into video content or you dive into the graphics, you dive into the blogging, you dive into the podcasting and all that, it is important for you to understand what content marketing is. Because as you create the content, you're expected to do what? To market it. You're not expected to create content and just keep it in your phone or keep it on your computer. We expect you to be doing something. So my name is Pastor King and welcome to Gospel Media Academy. What I should call it, it's a content marketing class 101. Okay, so I would love to appreciate each one of you who has made it for today's class. And this is a very first class, and each and every single person is expected to be attending this class. So regardless of what you had signed up for, each one of us is expected to be part of this, because this is more like the foundation of everything. So in today's class, we are majorly going to look at content marketing. What is content marketing? I have a few definitions, or what different people have cited as content marketing. Maybe before I share that, I want you to just put in the comment section below, what do you understand by content marketing? When you hear content marketing, what do you understand by content marketing? As I explained to you my personal understanding of content marketing, then I will read for you the definition of content marketing according. Okay, so my personal, as you're typing, I want you to be typing as I'm telling you my personal. So type in the live chat your understanding, what you understand by content marketing. But also make sure that you let us know your name, where you're attending from, and which ministry you are from in the live chat. Yeah. So my understanding of content marketing to me is content and marketing content. Yes, that is my definition. Marketing content. So someone may say, okay, what is marketing and what is content? Content is in the form of either video, audio, written content, infographics, photos, images, written. I think I've talked about written, video, audio, infographics, graphics, images, yeah, etc. So content can be in those formats. So either I package it in written or video, it is content. So when I say content marketing, I'm talking about having this content, my video, marketing video. I'm marketing my infographics. I'm marketing my written, my articles. I am marketing my photos. Yeah. So this is marketing. So content marketing is marketing content. So what is marketing? Now, you know, I don't want to go very deep. I'm excited. So content marketing, as I've told you, this is marketing content. My personal definition, as simple as that. So what is the definition or the right definition of content marketing? Because when you look at marketing has aspects to do with strategy. You should have a strategy. You should have a target audience. You should have specifications. Which location are you focusing on? So there are other details involved in marketing. But now here, I've just simplified for you that content marketing is marketing content. But now also, I would love us, I'm going to read for us a definition, just like some of the articles and my research and some of the engagements I've had with different scholars or different certified content marketers, what they define as content marketing. So, content marketing is a strategic marketing and business process focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. I'm not going to repeat. Then another defines content marketing. Content marketing is the creation and strategic distribution of thought leadership and instructive materials that educate and interest the audience. Then another says that content marketing, you see, most of these definitions don't differ from each other. They're literally like the same. Yeah, just that they're using different words, but I want you to pick out something. So as I'm reading for you the definitions, I want you to write in the live chat, what are some of the catchy words that you're relating with? So content marketing is a strategy and business process that uses valuable and relevant digital assets like text, images, and video to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. Then finally, content marketing is a form of inbound marketing that attracts users to your brand by providing useful or entertaining content, usually in the form of text, video, or audio. So I realize that when you are handling content marketing, or when you're defining content marketing, or if you want to understand content marketing, already we understand the aspect of the content. What are we marketing? It's the content, the videos, the text, the images. That is what we are marketing. But then what are the standards to make it really content marketing? What are the performance indicators or the things that surround our content? What are the factors that rotate around our content? You realize that the content must be valuable. So it should be valuable content, meaning if the content is not adding value to your target audience, remember you have to have a target audience. So wrong content to the right audience is not content marketing, or the right content to the wrong audience is not content marketing. So it has to be the right content, the valuable content, the relevant content to the right audience. That is content marketing. So some of the things to take note of: your content must be valuable, it must be relevant, and you must be consistent. So today you'll not talk about, okay, you shouldn't like contradict yourself. Let me use an example. You're creating content, and your content, maybe you're focusing on life and immortality. So you share your video clips that are talking about life and immortality. Everything you're doing is literally focused on life and immortality. And then one day you're talking about life. We are immortal. We don't die. We don't age. We are ageless. And then 2 days down the road, you bring another content, and here you are, okay, we die, we age gracefully. Like you're contradicting yourself. That is not consistent. So for you to be consistent means if you say that here I am, I'm talking about healthy living. So my healthy living someone should be consistent, meaning my testimonials should be consistent with a healthy living. Whatever I do, the texts, the tips, the books, the ebooks, like any recommendations, if I'm doing an interview or a talk show, I'm consistent with my focus, my topic. Meaning you need to have a topic, you need to have something you're focusing on. You see, even as a preacher, you're not going to preach scatteredly. You have to have a message. What is your message? If you want to create content and your focus is on, I want to preach the gospel, what are you going to preach? What is your message? Okay, my message is about love. So people know you as love. Okay, this is a preacher of love. If your focus is life and immortality, people know you as, that one, life and immortality. Let me give an example of Dr. Mike Murdock. Dr. Mike Murdock is known for wisdom. He has a wisdom center. So the books he writes, wisdom. He teaches wisdom. Everything rotates around wisdom. And then the ministers, you find that everything they do is about healing. They talk about healing. They tell you, okay, how to receive your healing, how to retain your healing. Everything is about healing. Either there's this healing crusade or this healing book. Like, You get? So it's important for you to be consistent. But you see, consistency is not just in the content or in the value of the content. It's also on how often you appear. How often you appear. So if you say that, guys, every single Sunday, 8 p.m., I'm going to be sharing with you wisdom to excel in your career. So every Sunday, people are expecting something new about career, how wisdom to excel in career. And then you post this first Sunday of the month. Then after three weeks or 3 Sundays, you again come and post. Yet you promise that every single Sunday I'll be appearing, I'll be coming on board. So consistency is not just on the message, but consistency is also on your appearance, on your coming on board, keeping that appointment that you made. So, as I said, the content marketing, first of all, it's strategic. Strategy means that you have a desired end, you have a goal, you have a target. You know, you sit down and look and you're like, okay, my end goal is to impact 1,000 people all over the globe. Meaning I'm not focusing on just Uganda only, I'm looking at all over the globe. I want to impact 1,000 people in the area of kingdom finances. So, if that is my desired goal, I will sit back and start to plan, because now this is strategic. Yeah, you're strategically planning. So you sit back and look, okay, the 1,000 people, where are they? Are they elite people, or are they middle income earners, or are they low income earners? Like, what are they educated people, or are they maybe, I'm focusing on Chinese, like, you really have to be specific, because when you're coming up with a strategy, you're asking yourself, this is what I want. How do I reach the 1,000? Okay, what do I need to do to reach the 1,000? Who are the 1,000 that I want to reach? Are they teenagers? Which age bracket do they lie? The beauty is on all the social media platforms, and even on the websites, when you're checking the analytics usually give you the statistics of the age brackets. They will tell you from 18 to 24, these are the number of people are viewing, majority are viewing. The majority of viewers are maybe 25 to 30, So it's important for you to be specific. So you start asking yourself, okay, fine, if the people I'm focusing on are teenagers, what kind of content will work for the teenagers? This is where I want them to be. So what am I going to create that will attract their attention? So you get to discover that our teenagers nowadays, they are so much they love dancing, meaning I'm going to focus on doing dance videos. Oh, okay. That's if your focus is not kingdom finances. So whatever your focus is, so you find that your target audience, you need to know who your target audience is. What are their likes? What are their interests? What are their challenges? What are their pains? Usually, you get your content becomes valuable if it's solving problems. If it's for you to say that you've added value, it means there was no value in that place in the first place. So you've come and I feel refreshed. Yeah, if you're adding value to me, I feel refreshed, I feel energized, I feel motivated, I feel I can do it, or I've gotten enlightenment, now I know what to do. So your content must be able to solve problems, to answer questions. Let's say, for example, I'm just giving you examples, yeah? So let us say, for example, there are these young teenagers who maybe are undergoing lack of self-esteem. They have, personality issues and all that. They are going through certain things. They cannot speak up. Maybe they're being molested sexually, but they cannot speak up. They're there. And then you get to discover that actually a number of young teenagers who are spending their time on social media are experiencing these kinds of things. So how do I help them? What solution do I have to offer to them? So here you're thinking in terms of content. So you ask yourself, what content can I create or produce that is going to help to add value, to meet the needs, to solve the problems, to deal away with the pain that these young people are experiencing? there now your content is valuable. But you said to be strategic means you're going to take time to plan, you're going to take time to pray, you're going to take time to hear God on what exactly He wants you to do in regards to that. So your content also has to be relevant. So I've talked about being valuable, I've talked about being relevant, and I've talked about being consistent. Let me give an example. Should I say like months back or last year in 2024, one of the statements that used to keep coming to me by the medic was, hey, you need to have a balanced diet, you need to eat a balanced diet. And I would always ask, okay, what is a balanced diet? I know someone may say, come on, if you don't have balanced diet, really? All those things, high school, balanced diet. But the fact is, I've heard about balanced diet, but I think I never understood what a balanced diet is. So when the emphasis was so much on me by the medics to have a balanced diet, eat a balanced diet, I never really understood. I felt like you're talking, but you're not communicating. So at one point, I even requested that, okay, can you give me an example of a balanced diet? Like, tell me, you're having posho here, you have nuts here, you have eggs here, you have this. This is an example of a balanced diet. That's what I actually wanted, to help me understand the whole concept. But amazingly, I never got the answer that I desired. And then this year, I happened to encounter a YouTube channel. I was just, the way you scroll through the platforms and you have something in particular that you're looking for, and boom, you bump onto something. So I was searching, I was looking through the YouTube, because most times, most good educative content, you'll find it on YouTube. So as I was looking through, I got to encounter a channel called Zealous Foods. Now, Zealous Foods is a channel which is owned by, or the CEO is Winfred Nwani. So on this channel, I encountered this video, and this lady was talking about, food, nutrition, healthy eating, and she explained everything about a balanced diet. Okay, so if you want to cut weight, okay, if you're increasing so much in weight, most cases it's because of the carbohydrates, a lot of the carbs, you're eating a lot of carbs. And so she also gave an example that, okay, if you want to cut it off, then you must give more focus on eating more of the proteins and less carbs, and then you must have this fruit, have this proteins. She gave examples. Okay, so proteins are like this, and then these are fats, and then these are, so somehow it brought light to my side. Oh, so this is it. So before I knew it, the content was valuable to me. It was answering a question to me. It was something that, remember, I'd long wanted to know, and here it is, and I'm like, wow. So I continued to check on the other videos, went on, checked, and the more I checked, the more I got more enlightenment. So back to content marketing. Now, remember, I said it has to be strategic, meaning you have to have a plan. You have to know who your target audience is. You have to know what their needs are, what other problems are going through their pains, and then how do you solve them? Because the solving, or the dealing with their pains, the solving of the problems, the creating of the valuable content means you know what their needs are and you're meeting their needs, yeah? And so something that we need to take note of is that most times when people are on the internet, that target audience of yours, when they're on the internet, they're having issues, and they're searching, they're checking. So they're literally everywhere. They're searching for as much as they can find, because they have an issue. So when they bump on someone or a platform or a material that has the answers to their question, they will downsize. Meaning, if they've gotten, let me say, like 10 different channels which are talking about that same thing, and then they try out this one, they're not getting what they want. They try out the other one, they're not getting what they want. And then they bump on this one, they're like, wow, this one has what I want. It will be easy for them to drop off all the others and focus on this particular one. So as they focus on this particular one, you find that now they will keep checking out to see, what more do they have? And before you know it, they will subscribe to your channel. They will now start asking you questions. They will want to know, okay, where are you based? Okay, can I have a one-on-one? So you'll find that it is a journey, what they call in content marketing a buyer's journey. So The first stage of this journey is you have to attract. How are you attracting them? You're bringing awareness. So you have to attract your audience. That's why we are saying content marketing. So how are you attracting your audience? How are you, because you see, it's one thing to create, upload, and sit back. Then you don't see views. That's why most times when you've just started creating content and you're uploading it, the viewership will be really low. You may find that your first video has 2 views. Or maybe you've shared with your family, friends, you've shared with your girlfriends, and then the viewership is majorly from family and friends. But there is no one who is a real target audience. It's not a family, it's not friends, it's not your church members, but it is someone who really, really, really needs what you are sharing, you get. So the first time you're creating content, you're trying to attract, because you're getting started. So you're trying to attract your potential target audience. So you're creating content that you want, at the end of the day, they are attracted to your channel. It's pulling them. So question as you're creating the content, is it attracting? Is it winning them? Is it bringing them in? Can they pause and be like, let me check out more? So is it attracting them? Then has you done with the attraction bit, you brought awareness to them that, hey guys, I exist, yeah, I'm around, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. There is also the stage of where they are at that. There's where your target audience, or let me call them your client, is at the place of consideration. That's why I told you that these people are searching. And there are various different people who are doing the same thing, because you're not the only one doing that. So there are various people who are doing the same thing, and then this person, your target audience or your client, is supposed to choose, to decide on who do I go with, who really has what I need. Yeah. So as they are now here, they are on the consideration stage. Remember, I've talked about the awareness stage, or where you have to attract them. So they are at that stage. Now, from that stage, you've shared, they've gotten to know about you, or you're among the many they have shortlisted. So now they need to consider. So they're in a place where they have to select, weigh, and put off some so that they fully engage. So there is that stage of consideration, and then there is the last stage of engagement. So by the time you see them, they are commenting, they're asking you questions, they're coming to your DM, they're sending you emails. Now this one is now a client. This one now is part of the community. This one has now joined the chariot. So there are majorly 3 stages or 3 levels of your target audience, or of your clients, that you need to know. Those are the 3 categories. The first one, majorly awareness. You're attracting them. The second one, it is a place of consideration. The third one is a place of engagement, where they have settled. They're now comfortable. So you realize that as you're creating content, you have to think about all this. Because now if you're creating content and you're only looking at attracting people, okay, who am I attracting? Who am I bringing on board? Who am I bringing on board? Someone who already knows awareness, or who is already aware about your existence, is no longer interested about you, bring awareness to them. What they are interested in is, what value do you have to offer? What do you have to offer? What do you have for them that will keep them in the place, that should give them a reason to stay, to belong? That's why you have to create, even for those that have stayed, or those who have said, now this is going to be my platform. For example, I now follow Zila's Foods. I now follow Winnie School of Excellence, because the lady has the content that I need. I'm learning a lot from her. Almost every day, every week, I'm learning something from her. That's why I'm subscribed. I keep checking out. When there is a new upload, I make sure that I am checking it out. So you find that there are people who will come in. If you're not doing anything, remember I talked about consistency. So if you're not continuing to create valuable and consistently creating content for these that have settled, for these that have joined your community, your YouTube community or your TikTok community, then you're not going to retain them, because they will reach a point where they're like, here there is no feeding. Why don't I go and look for someone else who has something for me that, So you have to make sure that you continue, you're attracting new people, you're winning others in. Then you are giving them a reason to stay. And then the ones who are staying, you are giving them a reason. Okay, like they're growing, let me say. So the ones who have stayed, they have to be able to grow, because you continue to create valuable content and it's helping them to grow. It's helping them to improve themselves. It's educating them and it's focusing on their area of interest. So all those are things to consider, or in summary or in explanation, that is content marketing. So someone may ask, why content marketing? Is it really necessary? Is it really important? In everything I've explained, you should now have an answer. Actually, I want you to leave a question in the comment section. Is content marketing really necessary? Is it important? Isn't it only good for people in business, people who want return of investment, people who want to make money? They want to have their profits at the end of the day. They want, they have plans for what they want to do. They want to earn some $1,000 at the end of the day. Is it really necessary for me? I'm a Christian content creator. All I just want is to share the gospel with people, is to win more people to Christ. Is this really necessary for me? I know you have an answer. Put it in the comment section. With everything I've explained, you will know that it is necessary. It is very important for you. It is very important for you. It's important for you to actively, as a Christian content creator, it's important for you to actively engage in content marketing. Because if you want to reach the world, you want to reach the globe, you want to reach that number of target audience that you desire, and you're not doing anything, you're not putting in any efforts, you're not creating valuable content, you're not consistent, it is not relevant, you're creating the wrong content for the right audience and the right content for the wrong audience, you're not going to do anything. Your impact will not be visible, and yet you must be visible. And for you to be visible, you need to take action and apply this that I've shared with you. You should be able to actively market your content, and rightfully. That's why it is important. Many people out there need what you have. So you should be able to be so intentional about it, to be so strategic about it, and be committed, consistent, persistent, pray about it. You know, the difference with us as children of God is that we don't just do things just anyhow. Even as we receive insight, receive knowledge and understanding, we engage the person of the Lord Holy Spirit in that strategic plan, because He is the master strategist. So as you engage the Holy Spirit, the master strategist, He will give you the right strategies that you need for you to be able to market that content, to create valuable content. He may even guide you and tell you, you know what, for this should be your target audience, okay? And this should be the name of your platform, okay? And this, now I'm not going to talk about the name of the platform if you're starting a YouTube channel. No, that is not for now. Yes. So he will tell you things. He will tell you, okay, now this month focus on this, and he can give you ideas. That's why you really need to be so close to Him. You need to really so much engage with Him, because as you engage with Him, as you delight, as you are closely intimate with Him, He will give you those strategies. He will give you the best strategy ever. As we wrap up, I would love to also share with us the benefits of content marketing. How is this going to benefit you? Or what is the benefit? What's the value? When we say benefit, it's more like value. So what's the value of content marketing? What's the benefit of content marketing? I'm going to say some of the things I'm going to share are going to be more like repetitions, because as I was trying to explain to us the aspect of content marketing, to break it down to us, I could have mentioned some of the things or some of the benefits. So one of the benefits of content marketing, remember in one of the definitions we said, let me read for you one of the definitions that actually has, because in these definitions, there are actually reasons why, or benefits. So there's a definition, the second one said that content marketing is the creation and strategic distribution of thought leadership and instructive materials that educate and interest the audience. Strategic distribution of thought leadership. So one of the benefits is that with content marketing, you demonstrate your credibility, which is by sharing thought leadership So thought leadership is more of being a master in a particular topic. You're creating relevant content, valuable content, you're consistent, and somehow people get to know you for this. Just like I told you that when I go to encounter Winnie School of Excellence or Zilicious Foods, she has 2 channels, by the way. Zilicious Foods, which focuses majorly on healthy eating, which was the first channel she created, and then now she runs another channel called Winnie School of Excellence. Now, when you hear Winnie School of Excellence, when you check her content, it's all about being elegant, it's all about leveling up. It's all about being productive, fulfilling purpose, vision, building your personal brand. So you find that she's known for that because she has demonstrated her credibility. And you demonstrating credibility doesn't happen overnight. You will not create one video and say, now, yes, I'm a master in this. No, you have to be consistent. Keep doing it. That's why we talked about consistency. So as you're consistent, as you keep doing, let's say, for example, I want you to imagine yourself, yeah? I know you've already decided what you're going to focus on. Or by the time even you signed up for this training, you already knew in mind, this is what I want to focus on. This year I must start a YouTube channel. I want to do this, this, and that. So I want you to imagine that for 52 weeks in a year, every single week you've been creating content, focusing on that topic. Maybe yours was focusing on marriage or love or sex, whatever it is. You're focusing on that topic for 52 weeks. That's it. Just every 1 week you are creating something. 52 weeks means what? 52 weeks means 52 videos. So you have 52 videos on your platform consistently every single week of the year without missing any. You've been sharing on the same topic. You've been, breaking down things for people and all that. Hey, my dear, you have literally set yourself on a course for thought leadership. So there you can say you have something. But if you're saying, oh, okay, I am a marriage counselor, but even your channel has only 2 videos or 1 video, like, what do we have to weigh? Or when we check your Instagram, it really doesn't have much. We are not just seeing food. We are seeing different things. We are not seeing what you're talking about. When we check your Facebook, same thing. When we check your blog, nothing. So the content you post on your different platforms or whichever platforms that you've decided on, has to match with what you have decided to focus on, to be a master in, to be known for. Because thought leadership is majorly more on what you're known for, what you've built yourself in that people know you for. One of the benefits of content marketing is it will help you demonstrate your credibility. So with that, people will trust you. Just like the people I follow that I trust because I've seen them, I've watched them. When I listen to them, I feel, yeah. So the other reason or another reason why, or another benefit for content marketing is that content marketing will help you to retain your target audience. For this case, I would want you to treat your target audience as your clients or customers or your souls, yeah? So content marketing will help you to retain souls. So if you win the souls, now here I'm not just talking about evangelizing and, whatever content you're creating, you're winning these people. Remember I talked about attracting them. They are in the level of consideration. And then when they see what you have, this is what I need, they settle in. So when they settle in and are engaging with you, they are being retained. So content marketing helps you to retain souls, to retain the people who come to your platform, to retain your desired target audience. So it helps you with retainership. Number 3, content marketing will help you to spark up curiosity. Let me give an example of a trailer. let me say there is a movie that's coming on or a new web series that is coming on, and then you create. You see, if you just tell people, I have my web series that is coming on soon, please connect and watch, it may not so much spark up that curiosity. But if you decide that, okay, I'm going to create a film trailer, you know, you do your trailer and it's and then you post it on your different platforms. When these people see the trailer, it may spark up some curiosity. They will see certain characters like, hey, even Pastor King acted in that one, I must watch it, you know. So it will spark up certain curiosity in them. That's why content marketing is important. Or if you design a flyer, let's say, for example, you're starting a podcast, you'll be going live, you're going to be sharing about maybe tech, you know, in the how to take advantage of tech in the kingdom. You know, and so you design your flyer and, you know, we have your picture, you're telling us the time and everything. So people who are interested in that particular topic or area that you're going to be sharing on, or you're going to be doing your podcast on, these people will be curious. They'll be like, hey, I must attend this one. I'm sure some of us have seen some flyers and they're telling you on discount, 20% discount. If this was not put out, if this content was not communicated, some people would not take action. So content marketing helps to spark up curiosity. Content marketing as well will help you to bring in leads, or should I say, it helps with bringing in the right people. Because when you are doing the right content marketing, the right people who need what you have will come your way. So it has the power to attract the right people. So it's like a lead funnel, you know. It's like a lead funnel. Let me give an example. If your church is, let's say your church has a TV program which is majorly for teens. I know I use teens a lot. Okay, which is majorly for youth. And this program is really exciting. It's what the youth want. It's what the youth have always longed for. So when they see this program, majority will easily want to know where your church is, and they will want to come and see you physically. So it's your content now becomes more like a lead funnel. You know, it's bringing in people, it's bringing them to the right place. Just like your social media platforms or your blog or, you know, whatever platform you have, if really you are excellent at what you're doing and you're meeting the needs of your audience, it is most likely, and you build your influence, it's most likely that the people that are following you, that trust you, because content marketing helps to build trust. That's another point. It helps to build trust with the target audience. When they see that, they feel they can trust you. So when you say this is possible, do this, they will do it, because all the time you've been creating content, your content has been valuable, it has been helping them, it has been of their interest. So when you say, I did this and it worked, there's this new app, buy it, they will buy it. Why? Because there's this kind of trust that you've built with them. Yeah? So once you've built your influence, I'm going back to the other point. Once you've built your influence on that platform and you say, guys, I fellowship from this church, it will be very easy for them to follow you where you pray from. Why? Because they trust you. When you say that Jesus is Lord, they'll believe it. Why? Because they have watched you, they have seen you, they have related with you, and they know that things work. So if you're doing things or creating content which is not adding value and there is no testimony, then you have to reorganize yourself, you know, go back, check your strategies and do the right thing. Create the right content. Let it be shared to the right audience, and trust me, it will be amazing. You will come back with a testimony. So I'm not going to share with you all the benefits. So I want you, because here we are learning. You're not just here to eat, listen. You too must be able to give out, yeah? So with what I've shared and what I have not mentioned, I want you to put in the live chat, in the comment section, what are other benefits of content marketing that I've not mentioned. Please write them there. So as we prepare for our next class, what our assignment today is. Our assignment for today's class, remember we talked about content marketing being strategic and you creating relevant, valuable, and being consistent with your content and all that. So what I want you to do from today's class, I want you to go back. Of course, if you've not already taken time to pray about this journey of content creation, I would challenge you to take some time this week to prayerfully pray about your journey of content creation. Get to hear the mind of God with where He wants you to be, what He wants you to do on this space, on the media space. And then, if you have decided and said, okay, I want to start a YouTube channel, I want you to write down, why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Why do you want to create video content? Why do you want to do the graphics? Why? Why do you want why social media? Why podcasts? Because all of you made commitments of different things. I know we put a question in the form, why? But I want you now to answer the why. Because the why is what will motivate you to keep creating content, is what will keep you standing. So if your why is, I want to create video content because I want to see people who feel that their lives have no meaning, receive value and understand. Okay, let's say for example, if your why is, the reason why I want to do live TikTok broadcast is because I want to see 1,000 people come to Christ. Now you realize that every single week, when you go through the week and you have 0 out of 1,000, or you have 10 out of 1,000, 100 out of 1,000, that will motivate you because you know you're making progress. You know you are on course. But if you do not have a reason why, what's the purpose? What's the motive? What's the inspiration? You don't have why you're doing what you're doing, then it will become hard for you to actually give the right, or to create the right valuable content for your right audience. So I want you to answer the question, why? Why are you on YouTube? Or why do you want to go to YouTube? Why do you want to focus on women? Why? Why children's content? Why the teens? Why? I want you to answer the why, answer the why. So I want you to write down your whys. Why am I creating a YouTube channel? I'm creating a YouTube channel because I want to increase my influence. Why do you want to increase let me give you an example of the whys. So let's say I've signed up for the video content class because I want to create a YouTube channel so that I'm able to create video content. So one, why have you, okay, let me give you the question. So the assignment is, one, I want you to answer the why you chose this particular course. So why did you choose video content class or course? Why did you choose podcast content class? Why did you choose social media content? Why did you choose blogging? Why? Answer that. And then secondly, after you've answered, let me give an example. Why I chose video content is because I want to start a YouTube channel, and YouTube needs video content. So after that, I want you to also answer why do you want to start a YouTube channel? And then answer, and then ask, because there are 5 whys. So I want you to answer the 5 whys. Why? So why do you want to create a YouTube? Why are you doing why did you sign up for this video content class? Because I want to create a YouTube channel. Why do you want to create a YouTube channel? Because I want to increase my influence. Why do you want to increase your influence? Well, because I want to impact more people with the message of life and immortality. Why do you want to impact people with the message of life and immortality? Because I want them to come to the knowledge of Christ and to live immortal lives, to be immortal. Meaning at the end of the day, I want to see more or receive more testimonies of people living immortal lives, of immortality, where someone was shot with a gun and they didn't die, the bullet just passed and came out. So I want you to answer the 5 whys. If yours don't reach 5, answer 4. If not 4, answer 3, but at least 3, not less than 3. So I want you to answer the why. Okay, I want to create a YouTube channel which is majorly focusing on women. Why women? Why, because this. So I want you to answer the whys, the 5 whys. If not 5, minimum 3. Yeah? So that is what we are going to do. And as I say, take time, talk to the Lord. Listen to what he has to tell you with what you have learned today. Hear from him. Understand why you are on this journey, why you're signed up for this class, because there is definitely a desired end for you. Otherwise, allow me call it a beautiful class today. I know we have shared a lot. Some people, they may be saying, oh, all this. Yes, all this. My major goal was for us to understand what content marketing is, the benefits of content marketing, so that you're inspired not to drop out of the class, but to take bigger steps, to be consistent, and to see your desired end. That's why I want you to answer the why. So, thank you so much for being a part of today's class. We see you again next week. Remember to do the assignments. Assignments are to be submitted in before next Tuesday. Yes, and if you're not in the class Google Classroom portal, please make sure that you check with your team leader so that you are able to be part of the classroom and so that you're able to submit your assignments. Otherwise, I remain Pastor King from Gospel Media Academy. Shalom, shalom.